Hey, T. Sherelle. I'm doing really good this morning. Uh, just I'm feeling good. Um, I'm still team no pain meds right now, so I feel like that's something telling me, I'm doing better. Um, but you know, having that feeling of, and I ain't gonna say I don't know if you understand, because T. Sherelle, I know you done been through some things, and I know you understand too. I'm having that feeling of, you know how when you got people who don't take accountability for the things that they do, and then they try and turn it around and make it be, it's your fault. It's your fault. I'm having that feeling um, right now. And right now, I feel like I'm in that season of more so take care of yourself for a change, um, and stop worrying about everybody else. But when that's what you know, that's what you know. So I'm fighting the feeling of, yeah. That's why I changed it, Tisha Real. Instead of saying it, I don't know if you know. Now let me wipe that off of there. Oh yeah, Damien. Hi, Damien. I love that sound of the water. It's actually the swimming pool. And I love the sound of water sprinklers. I love water, point blank, period. I love even the Bible verse that says, He leads me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. So I'm out here trying to get some restoration sent by this here water instead of taking on other people's issues about, what they don't want to deal with in life. So, um, but, that's hard for me. My whole life uh, has been about everybody that's around me. And you come last to everybody else. You make sure you doing what everybody else need done and forget about you. That's what it's been. So trying to switch that up is something else. But I could feel like that kind of thing trying to jump on me today. It's not my fault. It's your fault. And I've been minding my own business, like chilling. I ain't had no other choice but to be minding my own business. So how you doing today? Hey, Korean. I woke up to life with Tashana has ended. So you put me. Well, that's good. That's good. I think I put my own self to sleep too, cause when last night it was so funny last night. We Everybody was just in here talking about movies last night, and some of the things that people was repeating that come out of movies and stuff like that. That junk was too funny, But sometimes you look at stuff that it make you cry in some movies, and then you turn around and look back at it, and then it make you bust out laughing. Last night we was talking about that Color Purple, and somebody brought up the part where when Whoopi first got her kids back. Well, we ain't talking about Whoopi Goldberg. We talking about Celie. When Celie got her kids back, and her son was saying, "Mama, Mama Bonnie." Boy, he was in there cracking up last night. It was too funny. But I think every time I done seen that part, I cried. But I don't think I'll ever cry again on that part. I think I'll be laughing from now on. But Korea, what you say? We read you a bedtime story. You woke up to the life has ended. Well, you got to sleep. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't know. I'm feeling like I got a headache right about now, and it's probably because, well, I was warned that once I move away from like the pain medicine and stuff like that, you're gonna get a headache because it's like the withdrawal from it or whatever. So today I got that headache that I don't want. But I'm glad you got some sleep, girl. At least I be reading bedtime stories. But look at this. You see it's messed up right there. It fell from out of the tree. But look at the star fruit and how big it is that came off of my friend's tree. Look at that. Pretty soon, this the friend that gave me my star fruit tree. But one of these days, my star fruit tree gonna be putting out some look like this. This thing about almost the size of my head. But they be so pretty. It's a whole bunch of them over there. But this one right here, was one that's kind of solid right there. But I just feel like I ain't have no whole bunch to come on and talk about. But I was like, let me go live for a little bit and at least get that up out of my system of how I was feeling right about now. That today probably gonna be one of those days where people don't want to take accountability for their stuff. They just want to blame you for it. So I'ma acknowledge that that's what's going on. So when it do come my way, I'm gonna send it right back to pits of hell where it came from. And I don't know which way that I'm gonna send it. I don't know how godly it's gonna be in the way that I send it back to hell, but but I'm gonna send it back. Yeah. What do you make with star fruit? I've never made anything with a star fruit, but let me tell you what we do. Um, like when we have parties and stuff like that, and say you make a fruit salad. When you make a fruit salad, you cut the star fruit up, and when you cut it up, it look like stars. So you mix it in with your fruit, and they taste good, but I don't like fruits that are really really sweet and stuff like that. I'm kind of one to one. So like these right here, they yellow. They like yellowing, right? Which is they ripe and they softer. I like them more when you see like the spine of it right there, how it's really green. I like them when they green like that because I like my fruit more like I like tart stuff like cranberry juice and stuff like that. When I eat my mangoes, I like them when they hard. I don't like when they start to get soft. I hate when they turn stringy. So, but yeah, for me, I don't eat them really unless they more on the crunchy side. But they do make your fruit salad look so pretty. When you cut them up, they just add like a extra design to it or whatever. It make it look like you fancy, child. That's what it do. Real fancy. Especially if like you think you don't know what you're doing, girl. Get you a star fruit and cut it up and put it in your fruit salad. And girl, it take it from regular smuggler to girl, you is a chef, even though you ain't had to cook it. That's what it do. And that's all I can tell you. Oh, but wait a minute. My friend daughter, she made a jam with it. I haven't tried it, but she made not a jam, but a star fruit preserve with it. So I didn't try it yet or whatever because I'm right now one of the things I'm supposed to stay away from is sugar. So I won't necessarily try it right now, but eventually I will. But other than that, I don't know what to do with I don't know what to do with no star fruit. I have to ask them like what other stuff they do with it, but that's the only thing I know me and her done did with them before was add them to the add them to the fruit salad. So what y'all doing today on this Saturday? It's trying and here in Florida. It's trying to. I wouldn't say it's cold, but it's trying to be like it's kind of cool. In my opinion, I would probably say it's like 70. Not even. Yeah, I would say it's about 70, but the wind is blowing. and then there's overcast. So there's not really any sun shining. So it's kind of, to me, it's kind of cool out here. Hey Shakira, how you doing today? Yeah, it's like overcast out here. It's a little bit cool. It's cold, and I'm getting my water tank replaced. Oh, okay. Anybody still getting snow? I think people might maybe up north, maybe. But I'm out here getting my water. Y'all hear the water in the background? Max and relax. Yes, girl. Hey, pretty brown. And y'all, if y'all hear, I know y'all can hear that noise. Too bad. Headed to work. Mm-mm-mm. Go ahead and make that money, girl. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Um, Whether it's cold today, but it's going to be 75 on Monday. Ooh, well, enjoy the cool. Enjoy the cool while it's here, then, cause sound like it's gonna disappear on you. Mm. My daughter's sending me some pictures. I'm having garden withdrawal, so my daughter's sending me pictures of my garden. I'll post them on the community wall later on today to see what it's looking like. I'll share it with y'all until we get back into our garden. I'm praying for snow. Don't know if it's going to be. You praying for snow? You ain't have enough Korean when it just came through Georgia. I heard that once you have it one time, like you ain't you. That's good enough, and you actually want snow. Okay, child. I know Korean. When you want the snow to come. You want the snow to come so you can get some extra days off. I hear that, child, and get paid for it too. Child, please. I know that's right. Hey, growing with hustling. I am absolutely feeling better. Right now, I ain't even on no pain meds or nothing. So I've been able to. Today, my second day, I ain't had to take none. So, in my book, I'm doing better. I did toss and turn a little bit in my sleep last night, but it ain't stopped me from getting no sleep. I was just about to say, "Where your water?" Yeah, I got my glass center right here by me, and I'm already on. This my. Well, I only I've been woke since 10, but I laid in the bed until 11 and got up and took me a shower, and now I came out. So now I'm on my. This is my third. This is my third glass of water so far since I've been up. So I'm staying on top of. I'm trying to stay on top of drinking water. Um, I do not miss the snow. Yeah, everybody say my friend told me yesterday she from up in New York, and she was like, I ain't never going back, ever, ever going back. And then when I always talk to my sister about coming up there when it's snowing or whatever, she was like, honey, child, snow is so overrated. It's so overrated. Say if you be here long enough, she was like, you'll get frustrated with it. You won't. And she said, let it get you somewhere and get you closed in where you can't go nowhere and you want to go somewhere. She was like, you'll be ready for it to leave. I'm good. I hope all is well your way. I'm ready for spring. Okay. Come through and tell them, girl, what husband, you still getting snow where you at? I think we all ready for spring. I'm ready for spring to come in because I'm ready to plant my stuff. And I ain't even get to finish my last garden box that I was that I was building because I ended up in the hospital. But it's all right. It's gonna get done. The only reason I ain't home right now because I already know, and everybody that done had this situation before, they all say, girl, get your rest. Get your rest. Don't try to be doing no extra stuff before it's time. And I feel right now, I feel like I'm like Superwoman right now. I feel like because I ain't having no pain or no nothing like that, I can just go ahead and go back in my garden. So I know that if I was home, I would already be in the garden. And I know, and it ain't just that I'll be in the garden because I don't take, the garden is not, it's not work to me. I wouldn't just be out there like harvesting because y'all know I harvest on the weekends. Hey Roger Gonzalez, thank you very much. Bless family. Don't forget to push the like button. Tell them Roger. Thank you. Um, it wouldn't just be that I'm out there harvesting because harvesting is you just snipping things away, right? What I'm talking about when I get into the garden, I'm talking about I'm gonna be out there, finish building my box. I'm gonna be out there because I gotta pull the wood from one place to the other place to put the bed back together and all of that stuff. So that's right there is what I'm talking about. If I was home, I'll probably be over there dragging wood and two by fours and all of that stuff over to finish my garden bed and stuff. And then I'll be lifting it up and all of that stuff to, put it in place. Yeah, I'll be hard headed like that. I ain't gonna even lie. So, um, I'm just trying to, and that's what happened when you ain't used to taking care of you, used to taking every care of everything else. To me, it's like, oh, you all right, girl. Don't even worry about it. Just go ahead and, cause you ain't turning into no spring chicken. You used to be a spring chicken, but you don't stay that way for the rest of your life. Um, I'm getting older, and so I got to do things a little bit different. Give my body time to heal. No snow, high in the 70s. Ooh, for us, I feel like we about at. It feels about like 76 between 65 and 70. I'm not sure, but it's overcast out here and the wind is blowing. So it almost feel like it's like 63 or something like that. It feel colder than the inside of the house with if you got your air conditioner on 75. It's colder than that. Um, I think it's a fake spring right now. Yeah, it ain't that time where you go out there and throw your stuff out in the garden and thinking ain't nothing else extra gonna happen. And then some cool weather or something show up and be trying to mess up something. Miss Growing with Huston, I see you got hey no drama. How you doing today? Y'all hear that sound of the water? That is just so peaceful to me to just be able to sit here and listen to that. Can you imagine just sitting by the pool listening to that, laying in a hammock? Child, you'll be good for nothing but sleep. Be knocked out sleep. Ooh, yes. Oh yeah, yes. I planted some leafy vegetables to get the roots going. Yeah. This year I said I ain't gonna plant nothing on the inside this year. I ain't gonna start nothing on the inside. Whatever I'm planting this year, I'm a direct sow it. I ain't doing no transplant and stuff and no none of that. The only thing I'm gonna do is some the extra things that don't need to be there. I'm a clip and snip, and do it like that. I don't think I want to do. Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna make no promises on what I'm gonna do, because when it come to garden, if you get that fever, and then the weather ain't acting right, you'll do anything. So I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna do it, but my idea is not to do the thing where I have to transplant this year. I want to direct so. But the most important thing that I want to do is till up. See, that's another thing. That's some more work for me to do. But for the most part, the tiller be doing all the work, but you do be having to lift up on it to get it to go over like some of the humps and stuff like that. But and I said that before February is over with. What today is? Is today February 1st? I think today is February 1st. I said at the beginning of this month. Then by the end of this month, I want to have the ground tilled up and stuff like that. They start my sunflowers, the growing and everything. Yes, I put in some leafy vegetables to get the roots going. Yeah. Uh, hey, Phoenix. How you doing this day? I'm ready to say how you doing this morning. Well, we passed the morning. Growing with Hudson. Hey, I got the fever all the time. LOL. I want to start peppers because they take so long. It's February. Yeah, I did my peppers. What kind of peppers? I did bell peppers. I didn't do I have jalapeno peppers, but I didn't plant them yet. But my bell peppers, I just went out there and I cut one of the bell peppers open, and then I flaked the seeds out of it around my one bell pepper plant that I already got going. They already came up and they like this tall right here, and maybe I'll see them a little bit different when I look at the pictures that my daughter sent me, because she sent me pictures. I ain't seen my garden in almost a week now, if it haven't been a week. Yeah, it's almost been a week, because Monday, um yeah, the last time I seen my garden was on Sunday. So tomorrow will make a week since I seen my garden. But I already got little peppers growing there now, but I do have to take them and separate them and put them in their own little space. But yeah, as a gardener, you always go out there and be finding something to do. When you ain't got nothing to do, you be sitting and wishing, what can I do next? Are you always making a plan of like what you about to do or whatever? It's do it come across you growing with Hudson is almost like an anxiety or something, like you feel the or not really an anxiety but a urge, like I need to plant something. I'm gonna go nuts if I don't plant something. That's how I be feeling. And it's like not that I wouldn't even call, because calling it anxiety or something like that, it's not really that, because gardening is like exciting. It's like, I'll put it in words like, okay, let's say if you telling a kid we going to Disney on Saturday, the kid cannot wait to go to. They counting down until Saturday, and they talking about it so much. That's kind of what gardening is. If you're a gardener, um, you just excited about getting out there, getting some things done out in the garden. So what else y'all got going on for today? Y'all know we be all over the place over here talking about different things. But I came on here because I felt like today was gonna be one of those days where I get blamed for everybody else's shortcomings, and I wanted to get it up off of me before it actually does come my way, so I don't do something where I flip out. Um, you know, if I talk about it, it has less of an impact on me when I go ahead and talk about the way I feel about a situation. People don't want to take accountability for their own stuff, but They want to blame it on you, even though you don't got nothing to do with it. You ain't got no control over it or no nothing. So I was like, I'm feeling this heavy weight of about to, this is what's about to happen, and I'm gonna do something about it before it come, and then it actually get to have some power or something. So now I can just kind of like brush it off or whatever. If y'all don't mind, please hit the like button or the subscribe button. Either one is would be nice. Um, yes, I have so many seats. Oh, growing with Hudson, yeah, you got no, you have. You don't just have so many seeds. You the Walmart. You got the Walmart seeds. I thought I had a lot of seeds, girl. Who, girl? You got seeds galore. You got seeds everywhere. And that's why I say if I ever if I ever come up in a shortage, growing with Hudson, please, can you help me out? Can you send me about 10 of each seeds? Cause girl, you got the grocery store over there. I know you got to have like one of them 10-gallon bins or something like that that you keep in your seeds in. All them seeds you got over there. Together my green stock. Yeah, but you know what, growing with Hudson, you will keep on figuring out different ways to grow your stuff when you excited about growing. But no, we ain't gonna even. You will figure out things in your small area, but you gonna be moving up to your bigger, your bigger space. Very very soon, and I'm so excited for you. One of my other subscribers, rated RJ. He finna last night. He was 35 more days before he moved on to his big property and be able to do his garden and everything. We're just so excited for them, getting to that place of you want to grow, and now you finna get the space to be able to do it. Yeah, wonderful to see you up and out. Praise God, breathing fresh air. Yeah, I was out here yesterday morning, but yesterday morning the sun, the sun was not playing with nobody yesterday. But then, um, now today, it's feeling like it's a little cool. It's feel like it's a little cold out here, and I was finna sit and put my feet in the pool, but I changed my mind. I changed my mind because on top of this overcast, and there's no sun shining, and the wind blowing, I'm gonna be freezing. So I just say, no, don't do that, girl. Amen, sis. I'm so excited. I have so many good seeds, heirloom seeds, ready to go. Dried out pepper seeds, dried out tomato seeds, ready to go. I know that's right. Hey, and then you be like hesitating. Is the day a good day? The day a good day? The day a good day? I mean, the closer and closer it get. I mean, to me, gardening is just it's very exciting. I don't know. It's just like you get garden fever. You know how like when you get ready to have a baby or something like that. Like you get this urge inside of you to start cleaning up everything. Um, That's how gardening is. When it getting close time, the sun finna be out and everything. But I feel like I'm so blessed because like I got so much green stuff in my garden right now. It's like there's a lot of green. I get people asking me all the time, like, "Girl, where's you at? You got all this green stuff in your garden." And of course, that's the people that's where it snow at and all of that stuff. So they don't have um they don't have a lot of life going on in their garden. What are heirloom seeds? Is like seeds what you keep harvesting from stuff that's from way back in the days and all of that stuff. Is if I got the right understanding. But heirloom seeds is like say it's like your grandma had stuff growing way back in the days, and you still got the seeds from the stuff she used to grow way back in the days, or your granddad, whoever, like they real old seeds, and it's just you you make more babies with them, You grow more plants and you keep saving the seeds from them. I think that's what you call. Now I ain't no professional, know nothing about it, but I in my way of looking, that's what heirloom seeds is. Hey, our soul song. I haven't seen you in forever. I hope everything is going absolutely amazing with you. Growing with Hudson, if I got that wrong, then don't be afraid to correct me, child. Go ahead and tell the folks what the truth is. I don't want to be telling them no lies, but in my opinion, I think that's what heirlooms are, or phoenix. um, Life is too short, sis. The other people's stuff, say F it. Okay. Your energy is what matters, all positive. And that's exactly why I got up this morning and said, let me let me just go ahead and get that out of my system right there, so I don't even be taking on that energy throughout the day, because I can't pay for it. I can't afford it. For that to be carrying on me all day. And it used to be very, very easy for me to pick up somebody else's junk or whatever they want to put off on me. And then I sit around and be crying about it all day long. But ain't nobody got time for that. I ain't cried nan time while I was in the hospital. I ain't cried since I've been home from the hospital. And I just feel like I ain't finna start crying. No, ma'am. Heirloom seeds produce itself over and over again. Hybrid seeds, you might not get the same fruit that you got it from. Okay then. Heirloom. Um, it's cold where you are. I know life is absolutely it is. Wow. Okay. Thank you. It's good to see you thriving. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure thriving and surviving over here. Our so long. It's good to see you in here. Um, It's like a specifically cultivated seed that was taken care of by a specific farmer or cultivator. It's like a specifically cultivated seed that was taken care of by an originator. Okay. Yeah, so I ain't had no the only thing that I have heirloom is I had some tomato seeds like that or whatever, but for me, as long as I got some food growing, I never try to like get into all of the specifics and stuff like that. My thing is just like, I like to grow. I like to grow stuff. Point blank, period. That's all. I get excited just to see it growing. I get excited when I go out and I'm able to pick stuff up. I get excited that I'm feeding my kids what come from in my garden versus what's in the grocery store. There's so many levels to the excitement of, you know, growing your own stuff. And it just is. Get into it. Get into it. Um, Life is for the living. Love the earth. I know that's right. Yeah, and I love living. I love living life. The beginnings of my life, I didn't enjoy them. I didn't enjoy them very much, but this time in my life, I'm striving and I'm fighting very hard to enjoy this. And let me tell you, there's many distractions that come along and try to steal all of that from you. Um, and every day I keep putting one foot in front of the other and snatch back my happiness. You know what I'm saying? Keep on snatching it back. Sometimes you gotta be like, oh no, you don't. Not today. So it kind of be like that. I get up and just automatically my mind falls on not what it is. Shauna, what you need to do for you today? Usually I wake up and my mind is focused on what everybody else needs me to do. But then it get hard when there's nobody. If you don't take care of you, then who gonna take care of you? Because those people done got so into you taking care of them, they don't know how to really take care of you. So You got to take care of yourself. And I know some of y'all that's in here, if not all of y'all in the same situation that I'm in. You can give everybody around you the world. Give them everything. But look around and see who's pouring back into you. Because I'm telling you, every situation that you in is like a bank account. If you got a bunch of people and you the one that's connected to your bank account. But if you're the bank account and everybody's coming and they're withdrawing from you and nobody's putting anything back in, you yourself is going to come up with an insufficient fund. And that's what happened to me. I got insufficient funds. So now, if I don't got nobody else pouring back into me, I got to pour back into myself, get myself back up. And I have to keep my checkbook balanced, that I don't let somebody else come along and deplete my account again. But when you've been in those kinds of situations, sometimes it's hard to look at it and you be like, does that mean be selfish? Sometimes that's exactly what it means. You got to be selfish. You just have to be. And I can tell you, for me, being selfish was not the easiest thing ever. And it comes along with you keep on practicing it over and over again. And then if you ask somebody else, put it on somebody else and ask somebody a question. Don't necessarily tell them it's about you and see what they say. But you yourself, you will go and talk to somebody else and you'll be telling them all the things about their life and what they shouldn't allow to happen to them. But you yourself is in that same position and you allow all of the things that you telling this other person don't allow people to do to you. You yourself is somehow in that position where you allow people to do all of those things to you. And so you have to cut that out. If it's good for them over there, then it should be good for you too, that you don't let that kind of stuff happen to you. So if you is in that kind of type of situation, work on changing it. Work on changing it. You can't be people's everything. Hey, Cloud Queen, good to see you. That's a blessing. Fresh fruit, chemical free. Absolutely, our soul song. It's an amazing journey to start from seed, to see it become something that nourishes your body. You're like, dang, that came from that, right? And that's how I be telling people who's who's not gardening and stuff like that. Just like that sounds like a lot of work. No, don't look at it like that. Don't go out there and try to make it be perfect like nobody else's garden. Go out there and throw you some seeds on the ground and let them start coming up. Cause the surprise is now you don't throw the seed down there. You don't see nothing. But that day when you walk out there and you see it start to grow, it's something about your heart just jumps for joy. And the next thing you know, it's like you want to, oh my gosh, it's actually growing. And then let it get to the point where it just keep getting bigger and bigger. And then it start to get some fruit on it or something. Honey child, you hooked then. You can't do that about it. And then let you be able to eat from that plant. Honey, you stuck like Chuck then. But then garden is not like that thing that you put a lot in and it doesn't give you back. See, we just finished talking about having balance in your checkbook. You pour into When you start to pour into that plant, let's say it's a tomato plant. You pour into that tomato plant, you take care of it, and a tomato plant ain't gonna ask you for too much. It needs some water, and every now and then it might need some kind of source of nitrogen. And it ain't picky about the kind of nitrogen it gets. It's a plant that, it's pretty good, right? And it wants you to snip something off of that. After a while, that tomato start putting out so many tomato plants. Now you ain't so much given to the tomato plant, but now the tomato plant is in a season of like, Mom, you done took care of me, and now let me feed you. So in that aspect, that's how the garden works. It's not a place where you go out and you pour your all into it. You got a garden, it's going to, you're going to give to it and it's going to give back to you. But let me also tell you something about being in the garden, because it ain't just about the food that it grows out there. Do you know you can have a stressful day at work? Because, see, some people look at the garden as like that's work, and it's not. Work is the place that you go to make sure you make money to take care of your bills. You don't have a choice but to go there. The garden is the place that when you get off work, you don't even want to go in the house to change your clothes before you walk out in the garden. And why is that? Because there is something out in the garden that when your hand touches the soil or your feet touches the soil that's on the ground, but I don't do that because I can't go, I can't be outside with no shoes on, right? But you can put your hands in the soil, and the stress of the day of the day that you've been through, do you know that soil, it's like it feed the stress that comes out of your hands and stuff, it like your garden feeds off of that stress, and it's like it snatches the stress up out of your body, to where you'll find yourself, you be at work and you all you thinking about is, I can't wait to get home and get to my garden. The garden is like a place you can go to, and it's like getting a hug from somebody to relieve you from all of your stress in the day. And anybody who garden, do you disagree with what I said? Oh, growing with Hudson say all facts. We don't like rubbish in our garden. Oh, hey, come on, Roger. Hey, ain't no negativity out here. You ain't allowed to come out here past this point right here. Don't come out here with your BS or no none of that. You have to keep that over that way. You can't come in here. There's absolutely no negativity. I don't know anybody who ever came to my garden with me that hasn't walked out there and been like, oh my gosh, you show it to us on YouTube or whatever, but I never thought that seeing it. There are so many people that come into my garden and they see it for one thing, but then when they're actually in it themselves, it's like if they even came with any negativity or they had something going on in their life, it's like for the moment they can forget about what they was going through. It's just like seeing everything growing. Even my son's friends and stuff that come over, it's like I can be outside in my garden and I'm just out there by myself, and sometimes that's my time when I'm out there and I'm talking to God about my problems and what can I do for him or whatever, vice versa, so many different things. um they all want to start talking to me about like last Saturday I was out there, and when I was like, well, what do you do with all of this stuff? Do you sell it? Well, I feed my family, I sell some of it and everything. He was like, you got the chicken set up and you got everything. And so it's like, that's not really my reward. My reward is to go out there and see, that this is my space that I've created, and I love everything about it. It brings a smile on my face, and some days I just go out there and look at them, like your children, and you proud of them or whatever. Be like, Mama so proud of y'all. Y'all just be doing Mama so right. Just that's how it be. So I'm telling you, don't look at garden as like it's hard work, because it's not. You want to know how people go out there and get into all of that stuff? They can go out there and get into it because it's like cleansing the soul when you go out there and do all of that. If you don't take care of yourself, there is no way you will have what is needed to take care of someone else. Even in that, we have to set boundaries. Absolutely. Even if you're on an airplane and the airplane getting ready to go down, you can have your children on there, and the attendants on the airplane will tell you, take care, put your mask on first, because if you faint, then how you gonna take care of any of your children? You can help your children out once you've helped yourself, but you're the adult and you have to be okay to be able to help your children. And I've always thought it was the other way around. I never took time. I didn't know that I was allowed to take time to take care of me. Everything had to be about my children. So you must take care of yourself before you can take care of everybody else. And don't say you can't do it. I've said it plenty of times. But if you don't make a way will be made for you. And I'm telling you, it could be one of them ways where you end up in the hospital or something like that because you're so busy taking care of everybody else. It happened to me. So make it a priority to take care of yourself. I'm not saying don't take care of anybody else, but take care of you. Make yourself a priority. True self care is self love. That's a woman. That's a woman's lot in life. Most of the time, we give and give. When we look for backup, no one is there. Absolutely, absolutely. And it don't matter what you're going through, and how you're going through it. People still want more and more from you, no matter what you're going through, because we actually teaching people. We teach people how to treat us. And if you sick as a dog and you still trying to work like a dog for people, then don't expect them to expect anything else different from you. Don't expect them to expect anything else different from you. When she, instead of them turning it around and being like the one, well, let me take care of mama because X, Y, and Z. But when they used to you, oh, she gonna get up and do it anyways. It don't matter if she's sick or whatever. She gonna do it anyways. So be careful of how you're teaching people to treat you. And I'm not saying that I got it all, because I don't. I don't have it all. I'm learning though. I'm learning, and as I learn, I'm gonna come through and talk about it too, so we all know. Cause everybody ain't gonna tell everybody how they feel and what they going through or whatever. And sometimes you can be telling your story and you helping somebody else um, with what they going through all at the same time. Where's my chicken? Hey Aisha, where's my chicken and sugar cane? Child, they over there at the house because Aisha, you probably ain't been on here in a minute. I just got out the hospital. I've been in the hospital for almost a week. So, um, they over there at the house. I'm at a friend's house chilling. 12 watch 8 thumbs up. I said the thumbs. Um, give thanks. Real talk. Self growth is also how you let people treat you. Absolutely. And that's one of my things too out in the garden. I connect my garden with my real life. And I'm telling you how your garden can speak to you. So say like that is an area you want to grow in. If you say, I want my garden to manifest to me how my life is going right now. I'm telling you, I done showed y'all on here. I always say, let what you doing out in the garden reflect what's really happening in your garden. At this one point, it was like I got all of this stuff out here planted in my garden, and ain't nothing out here growing for a straight month. My stuff stayed the same size. So I had to go back and revisit what I said. So if my garden stuck, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. So now I got to go and talk to God and say, okay, God, I'm stuck. I can see that I'm stuck because my garden ain't growing. What do I need to do? Oh, you need to take care of yourself. I'm telling you, the garden speaks to you in that way. So, which is why I tie my life to my garden that's growing. There are seasons in my life that be, um, needed to die off, like in the garden or whatever, like that. And when those seasons need to go away in my life, my garden also went away with it. I've showed y'all before. I've had more than an acre of stuff planted, and only to come back and see it all dried up, withered away, and everything. And that was very depressing for me. But at that time, it's time to restart, and keep moving. Start over again. And that's exactly what I did. And now, after I went out there and I evaluated and I recognized that I'm stuck, there's some things that I had to remove out of my life because I'm more focused on those things than what's really happening in my life. I started to do just that. So I had to let some people go And not because I don't love them or whatever, but because I need to take care of me. That's just what it is. I did that, and then I went out into my garden, and this is not something that I usually do, but because I use my chicken poop, and I don't know, because this time, like, my kids went out there and got the chicken poop from out of the chicken pens, and I really didn't pay them no attention. They had watched me so many times do it, but they collected it. And I don't know, whatever. And I wasn't using it the way that I normally use it. I usually make a liquid of it and then pour it onto the plants, but I didn't do that. I kind of like mixed it in the soil, whatever. But that wasn't working for me, so I went and got me some blood meal and bone meal, and I mixed it together a little bit, and I just dug trenches and put it in the trenches or whatever. And the next thing I know, the stuff was starting to slowly go. It didn't go fast, but I kept going out there, feeding it, like tending to it, pulling stuff back, just putting my hands into the soil. I don't think it's really about it was really about the blood meal and the bone meal, but to release the stresses that was going on in the inside of me. And I'm telling you, about 3 weeks later, I wouldn't even say 3 weeks, because 3 weeks I will say is when you start to see it really boom. But I'm telling you, my stuff stayed like this. They had been planted for a month, and this is big as they got. Like, they were barely sticking up out of the ground. In about 3 weeks, you wouldn't have never know that they were ever stuck. And so now I'm in a place of, I can go out there and see it, and I know that through my garden, I know my life is flourishing. I know it is, because for the past 3 weeks now, I've been going out there harvesting faithfully, every Saturday. And I'm talking about, I can pick a, a gallon plant bucket. And I don't even think that's a gallon. I think it's a 2 gallon bucket, but I can go out there and harvest one of each thing in those buckets. So I know that I'm flourishing at this time, and everything is just so pretty and green. But like I said, later on today, I'm gonna post on the community wall, what stuff looking like in the garden, because my daughter just sent me pictures of it. But I'm telling you, go out there and get your stuff in your garden and grow along with the stuff in your garden. Let your garden be a manifestation, especially if you want to do something. If you want to go to school for something you want to go to school for, if you just want your life to change, point blank, period, let your garden be the manifestation of what's happening in that situation. And I'm telling you, it's going to tell you. It will tell you. And you think your plants don't talk to you? I'm here to tell you. The plants be out there. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. Cause if you feed me, Seymour, I'll grow up big and strong. That's one of my favorite movies right there, The Little Shop of Horrors. One of my coworkers finished herself the day after Christmas, the most giving person, always advocating for everyone. When she needed help, even her family, who tried their best, couldn't save her. Lord have mercy. And you see what that is? What our soul song? That's what you call when your bank account is that's not insufficient funds. That means you in the negative. You went way past, and nobody should allow themselves to go and offer somebody else so much help that you end yourself up in the negative, where you don't even want to be here anymore. Yeah, we should not be going to those places. Not at all. And then when you going through, there's nobody. And most of us who show up in those ways, we show up in ways like we the strongest person ever. So people deem us as the strongest people ever. So they deem us as people that we don't need help. We don't need nobody to take care of us. We don't need somebody to give us a flower or something one day. or any of that. They just feel like we strong people, we don't need any of that. So yeah, don't take your strongest people that's around you for granted, because sometimes they need somebody to pour back into them. They really do. Just know that whatever happens, I love you, and I'm so glad that I've met you. I'm thankful for the garden life you've brought to me. You've shown me that the world blooms. It absolutely does, Phoenix. Just, I'm telling you, don't ever let. I heard you say the other day that sometimes people get tired. People get tired of you coming on here crying. Then let their ass go to another page and watch that page. They don't have to watch your page. If this is your page, and that's what our kind of people we learn how to do. We learn how to satisfy everybody else's needs except for the things that we need. God gave you your page for a reason, and the ones that don't want to hear you crying, they'll go somewhere else and watch whatever it is that they need to, and still come back later and still see what you was over there crying about. So don't let nobody make you dry up your tears or no nothing. God gave them to you for a reason, and those tears are cleansing, whether you know it or not. But listen to me, I'm the one that's talking. I done came on here and said before, I hate to cry in front of people. I absolutely do, especially when it's because I'm having a bad day or I feel like I'm having a weak moment. But guess why I hate that? Is because the whole time that I was growing up, people were saying stuff like, "Look at you sitting over there crying. What you crying for? I give you something to cry for." So you learn not to cry, and you still listening to those same voices. So listen to a new voice that says it's okay for you to cry. It's okay for you to cry. So you know what? Don't run away from that. When you come to the internet and you letting your tears flow and you getting it out of you, what's happening to you in that day? You setting your own self free, and don't be afraid to do it. And just because I'm saying it to you, don't mean that one day you might come through. I may need somebody to say it to me. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of people done say it to me. Stop apologizing for your tears that you come on here and cry. Just let them flow. So let them flow, girl. There's somebody, and along with it, there's somebody else on here that you help and get through their day when you do that. So you ain't only helping set yourself free, but you helping somebody else too. Believe it. And you will start to see the evidence of it. You don't need to see it right now. Just focus on you. That's it. Deshauna, that's God's healing energy. We use it to heal as pranic healers. Yes, the youth feel the energy. Absolutely, they do. I told my students I was proud of them yesterday. Yeah, then when you get in those places and stuff, they learn how to take care of you instead of everything, you trying to do for them. I always say God never said life would be easy. Life is a challenge, and it's on us to accomplish it. Absolutely. I never in my situations that I go through, I never ask I never asked God to move my mountain. Just give me the strength to climb. Hold on just 1 minute. Um that was that was so positive. Korean. I always say God said. Yeah, I never asked God to move my mountains out of the way. I asked him to give me the strength to climb. I never asked him to take all of my pains away. Give me take the edge off of it and give me the strength to endure. Um because we always going to face challenges, and most likely the challenges in our life, they not going to get easier. We're being built up to face the challenges that's going to come ahead, and we need strengthening we need strengthening for the challenges that's coming ahead. And sometimes the challenges that we go through, it ain't really about us, it's somebody else. We already stronger than another person, but there's going to be somebody else who come in front of us that, because we've already gone through it, we can make a person that's life is feels like they going through purity hell. It's easy for me to us to talk them through it. Especially, it's easier for a person to listen to somebody who done been through some of the hell that they done been through. And that's just like, there's an understanding when when you've gone through the same thing that another person has gone through. You listen, when you done been through something, you don't want to hear nothing from nobody who ain't never been through a damn thing in their life. That's the worst person to be trying to talk to you about something. You ain't been through nothing. If you ain't been through nothing, you can't witness to nobody. I know I ain't never want to hear from nobody. If you ain't never been through what I've been through, then you can't tell me how to go through it. And that's just it. Um, we had a market evacuation, and they did a great job listening. Alrighty then, come through for the kids. Yeah, the kids always need the encouragement, especially when they doing the right thing. if all you do if all you do is you tell a child about everything that they do bad, you're gonna lose them eventually. If you focus more on the good things that you talk about, that they have going on and everything, um they're going to continue to want that positive feedback. So they're going to work harder to do the things that give them that positive feedback. But then when they get the negative all the time, that's what they get used to. And they'll keep on giving you the negative, keep on giving it to you. Um, Being outside with fresh air has to be healing too. Absolutely. It's definitely, and then to be sitting by the water and yeah, just here chilling, doing absolutely nothing, just enjoying. You ain't gotta be out here turning flips. You ain't gotta have no party. You ain't gotta be drinking. You ain't gotta be smoking. You ain't gotta be doing nothing. It's just like the air. The air is your oyster. Just kind of like that. So, yeah, it feels good. And especially after you done been locked up in the hospital for all of that time. It's like looking out the window from the hospital. You can't even tell what the weather might be like outside. You can't even tell if the sun's shining real bright or if it is it gloomy looking, because everything look gloomy through their windows and stuff from there. So we all learning until the time is ready to move on. Absolutely. I never thought of it like that. That's gems. um, yep, all brown. That's a beautiful connection. Yeah, I love being connected to my garden. Some people be like, I ain't connecting my things. Let me tell you something. If you connected to your garden and everything out there turns brown, that's a season ending in your life. If your life is connected to it, it doesn't mean that you gonna leave this earth or no nothing. Those are things that I had to learn. I've gone through it twice when I left when I've left before. Y'all know I done got angry before when I left from home, and then when I came back it was very disappointing to go out there and look at it. Nope, those are the times you supposed to reset and restart. They said the Bible said a just man falleth 7 times before he get it right. So be willing to fall down those 7 times. And just because your garden died, it's just all gardens have a reset time. It's always a reset time. I remember when my sister first started gardening, she thought that, oh, you have to replant it. So I was like, girl, that stuff is gonna die out, and then you gonna have to replant it again. She was like, oh, I ain't know that's how it go. Yeah, Chinese child, that's how it go. You gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. You have to reset and restart sometimes. Um, So true. Overdrawn. Yes, overdrawn. And I'm sorry to hear that soul song, but whoo, people don't let your account. It's all right to have insufficient funds for a little while. Don't stay there too long. But to be in the negative in your account, and y'all that already been here, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about your physical bank account, because sometimes your physical bank account will be there. Life be life, and sometimes. But I'm talking about your real life, you yourself. Don't let yourself be in the negative while you trying to help somebody else. Put that attention on you. Put yourself, at least put yourself back in balance. Yeah, absolutely, Marjorie. How you doing today? Crying is strength. Yes, check on your strong people. Even though they act like they don't need it, they need strong people need people to check on them all the time. Anytime you got somebody who's showing up in your life, they always strong for you. They always making sure you're right. Whenever you going through something, they the ones that talk to you through their thing through they talk you through your issues. They listen to you whenever you speak. It's like the only person you have. Those people need checking on too sometimes. And sometimes we just don't think that because oh, they're so strong and mighty. No, they be going through some of the same things you going through. They just know how to listen to people, but we all go through those things. You always speak to my heart. Well, I'm glad that I do. I'm all I can do is just be honest about the things that I've been through before. So, I have a poem titled "Something to Cry About." Alrighty then, you gonna put it? You gonna release it over there on your page, Phoenix? Does the poem have crying in it? Please post it. There you go. We want to hear it. Phoenix is blessed. Chef Hank, your teeth looks awesome. Thank you very much. They don't offend me or anything like that when they talk about when they say my teeth or whatever. It's a lot of people. Do you know there's a lady that was in there is a lady in the hospital, and she was like standing there. She was talking to me, but she kept kind of like doing her head to the side like this and to the side like that. And she was a Spanish lady. And I was just wondering why she kept doing that. And she finally spoke about it. But do you know when somebody's, and she was an older lady, and I never would have thought that this is what she said to me. She said, "Can I tell you something?" I said, "Sure, go ahead." She said, "You remind me of my mother." And I'm like, she's like, not that you're old or anything. She's like, but when I was growing up, she said my mother had gold. She wouldn't say the gold teeth. She was like, but she had teeth like yours. And I was like, well, she had gold in her mouth. And she was like, yes, she had gold in her mouth. And she was like, just when you smile, it reminds me of my mother. And she said, and as we was growing up, we used to always say that we want the gold that's in my mom's mouth. And I started laughing because my kids, kids say the darndest thing, but when my kids was little and stuff, they used to always say, "Mom, when you ain't here no more, we gonna get the people to take a gold out your mouth so we can keep it." But yeah, I get people that come through here all the time and they ask like, we let them ask the question. It ain't no biggie. It ain't no biggie to me. So and sometimes we have to refresh our souls just like we need to refresh ourselves. Absolutely. I think I need a little rebalancing. That's all right, and you gonna do it too, Phoenix. Don't second guess yourself. Is if that's what you come on with for the day, don't come on apologizing to nobody for what you doing on your own page. And don't be deleting your stuff either. Keep your stuff up. You not doing your page for these people. You doing your page to bring healing to yourself. And as you bring healing to yourself, it's some people that's gonna be healed with you through whatever it is that you're going through. But yeah, that's your page. Um, I'm going to get ready to do a little spring cleaning in the house and in my heart and in my mind and a little reboot. I know that's right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Good, praying all is well with you. It is. Together we grow. Yes, I am. Love your energy. It's like a warm hug. Oh, I am. Thank you. I hope everybody be feeling like that sometimes, but some people don't. sometimes they ain't looking for it, so it ain't what they want. But I try to be like that for the most part. Um, I will be there to check it out, Phoenix. All right, Phoenix, you got some people that's gonna be waiting on that poem to be released. OMG, that's what my mom left me when when she passed. She left me a bag of her teeth and the gold feeling. Yeah, I just always laugh at my kids. All that they used to always talk about who gonna get what car and everything. I was like, what y'all looking for us to pass real soon, huh? Worrying about these cars and stuff that somebody got, and now we ain't even got those cars no more. So now what? I took care of her for 20 years. She left my sisters her diamond earrings, and she left my other sisters her wedding rings, and got a bag of her teeth, include the teeth that didn't have gold fillings on. Lord have mercy. Phoenix, I don't know what to tell you about that right there, girl. Girl, look at him. You probably need to do some reading up about that. Everyone have an amazing day. I know, y'all. Well, this is one of those unexpected lives to come on, but nevertheless, I'm glad I came on here and had a phone conversation with y'all. I love talking to people and everything, especially ones that talk back to me, so then we can get a little conversation going on. Because sometimes I just want to come on here and say what I have to say, and then hoping some people engage in the conversation with us, though. But y'all get y'all some food to growing and going, and you grow right along with whatever it is that you're growing out in the garden. And I promise you, you will. Gardening will change your life. It will change your life. So go ahead and throw some seeds out there on the ground and enjoy the fruits of your labor. And until the next time, y'all, keep on growing. Y'all have a good one.